Hello, this is Darius Oliver, Divine Numerologist. Thanks everybody for being on the show and tuning in. I'm going live here behind the scenes also on my private Facebook page. So if you guys want to check that out, go to Darius Oliver and you'll see a guy with a red hat. That's me. We got some really nice things in store for you, so stay in touch, we will be right back after these messages. Thank you. Attention, Stockton. Are you experiencing a transition in business, relationships, health, or your life purpose? I'm Darius Oliver, and I help people to look within and find clarity and direction in their constantly changing lives. Tune in and listen with me as I go deep into your patterns and personal cycles through divine numerology. Any life transition you're experiencing can be illuminated by an in-depth analysis of your chart. For the first time in Stockton, you now have access to a professional numerologist here to help you light your own way. I'm in the booth to help you find your own truth. Tune in to Divine Numerology every Friday at 3 p.m. on The Voice of Stockton.
This is a production for The Voice of San Joaquin.
Porque nos vamos a enlazar
con el mero, el gallo de Zacatecas.
That's right, homeboy.
el de Guayá.
You got it, homeboy. Ahí les voy.
Dicen que soy poderoso, yo solo soy su amigo. No hace falta averiguar, saben a qué me dedico. Me gusta vivir muy bien, aunque me siga el peligro.
Nosotros somos los Tucanes de Tijuana y nos vamos directamente. Adelante, échale, primo.
Hay que hacer ruido para que se mire la polvadera. Ahí le va. Mi gente le gusta la neta. Escuche en su carro, en su avioneta. Si prefiere mejor en bicicleta o en casa de su suegra Petra. Sin pelos en la lengua. Sin pelos en la lengua. Sin pelos en la lengua. Se escucha la neta. Hay que hacer ruido. Sin pelos en la lengua. Hay que hacer ruido. Sin pelos en la lengua. Para que se viera la polvadera. Sin pelos en la lengua. Se escucha la neta. La neta. Una producción del DJ Mix para el nuevo Imperio Enterprises. Radializando. Sin pelos en la lengua. Sin pelos en la lengua. Es la neta. Sin pelos en la lengua. Sin pelos en la lengua. Gallo. Sin pelos en la lengua. Se escucha la neta. Hay que hacer ruido. Sin pelos en la lengua. Hay que hacer ruido. Sin pelos en la lengua. Para que se viera la polvadera. Sin pelos en la lengua. Se escucha la neta. Es la neta. Una producción del DJ Mix para el nuevo Imperio Enterprises. Radializando. Sin pelos en la lengua. Sin pelos en la lengua. Es la neta. Sin pelos en la lengua. Sin pelos en la lengua.
All right. Hello, this is Darius with Divine Numerology. Tuning in with you guys back for another day. We're going to be talking about some nice insights that we've learned. We're going to talk about the number of the day today. And today is the 22nd of February. So that's quite auspicious. It's quite an auspicious number and quite an auspicious month. The timing of it, the year, we have, 2019. So I put up a post earlier related to the number of the day, and it was talking about 22 being a number of the master builder energy. 22, double two. So what is two by itself? People who've been watching numerology and who studied it, know what 2 equals, what 2 means. 2 is cooperation and balance. This is for those that may not have heard. 2 is cooperation and balance. It is working with teams. It's working with the subconscious. It's working with that which is not seen by the eyes. It relates to all things that are on the feminine polarity or the negative polarity. When I say negative, I'm not talking about bad or good. I'm talking about the opposite of plus, which is minus. It's minus energy. And so this energy, the 2 is very receptive. So 2 speaks of very receptive energy. It's all about receiving and being able to open up, which is why it's related to the divine feminine in that respect. So 2, since it deals with cooperation and balance, it deals with the high priestess, the higher energies, the intuitive qualities. When we have it double, it creates 22, which is the master builder. It is also known as a practical idealist. So if these 2 cooperative energies, 2 is also the element of water. If this is cooperation plus cooperation and balance, where do we get the builder part from? Well, because the 2 and the 2 becomes 4. It becomes 4. 4 is the earth element. 4 is the earth element, right? And so that's where we get this quality of building. And the fact that there's 2 of the similar energies right next to each other, it makes it even more powerful. And that's what makes it amplified to the master builder. The 4 is structure, stability, process, order, 4 seasons, 4 elements, 4 corners of the earth, 4 cardinal directions. 4 is it's a number which represents universal structure. The number 4 is known to be structure in all different dimensions, in all different frames. In the physical realm, it represents the physical element of earth and the physical constructs like the boxes. In the mental, it's the idea of concepts. It's the idea of systems, mental systems, ideas and thought forms that are concrete substance in your mind. And then outside of this dimension, it relates to the organizations, or not even just organizations, but the universal structure of that which is not seen with the eye. The laws, the universal laws, anything that keeps things together and durable and enduring. That's 4. So 22, double 2, which 4. Now, the 22nd tarot card is known as the Fool. The Fool is the card that's also known as the Leap of Faith card. The Fool is an interesting card because it's both 0 and 22 in the tarot. It's the beginning of the journey, and then it's also the end once the hero has learned the lesson, has accomplished the mission. 0 represents infinite, and it also represents expansion and the unlimited potential of what can exist and what doesn't exist all at the same time. 22 is that end. Upon once the Fool he accomplishes it, then he or she moves on to the next big journey. 22 initiates the sequel. 22 initiates the sequel, which exposes a person to concepts and ideas that have never been thought or considered, but transcend everything that came before it. 22 is a number of transcendence. It transcends that which comes before it. It's the second master number. It's the second master number. 22 initiates the sequel in the life of the one who carries it. And in that way, it's because it's the end, it's the completion. 22 comes after the world card, 21. That's the completion in and of itself. But now we have that which follows. Now we have part 2, and then we have part 3, and then we have part 4. And after part 1, we thought that, during part 1, this is just an analogy. We thought that it was just the world, just the earth. That's part 1. But then we go to the sequel and we find out, oh, wow, it's the solar system. And then we're like, wow, we got to save the solar system. Then once you save the solar system, you think that was it. But then you find out, oh, wow, that's just now there's the galaxy. Now we know that there's a galaxy. It transcends. And transcendence is rising above and embracing that which comes before it. So it implies a lot. And it's a number also of exponential growth. 22 is a number of exponential growth. And it just takes you out and takes you out again and expands you out again. Then once you discover that there was the galaxy, you're like, oh man, it can't get any bigger. That's like the biggest thing I can comprehend. Then once the galaxy's been taken care of, you find out that there's a whole universe. There's a whole universe, right? This universe, wow, there's multiple galaxies, multiple solar systems, multiple planets, multiple stars, and all these different galaxies. You find out, wow, there's a big universe that connects you. It transcends and it includes that which comes before it. Then you find out that there's the multiverse. And then you find out, oh, wow, there's multiple universes. Then once you find out about the multiverse, then you find out about the different dimensions and realms, and it goes even up beyond that. Once you think you got to the very end, once you think you've completed it, you find out that there's a whole nother level above anything that you imagined. And that is part of the concept of 22 energy. And so when a person is carrying this 22 energy, the master builder energy, they, of course, they carry, this is a person that has a big, outgoing personality. They love to just get along with other people. They like to be supporting of other people because they carry the 2 energy. They're very supportive individuals. Oh, let me help you. Let me be there for you. Let me listen to you. Let me, give you a shoulder to cry on. Let me, help whoever I can. That's the 20. That's the 2. Then it's like, let me help build you up. The 2 also makes them very emotional. Their emotions tend to fluctuate, just like the moon waxes and wanes. That's the quality of the number 2. It's like the moon, it waxes and wanes. And so then they also carry these traits because it's the element of water. But when we have that 4, then it creates this grounding aspect. So then we know that 22 is the master builder. It's also the fool, which is known as the leap of faith as well. But then when we add that to the 4, the number 4, we find that the 4th card in the tarot is the emperor. The emperor. And an emperor is a word, but what does it mean? Like, what's the scale of the emperor? There's knights. There's kings. A king rules over a certain jurisdiction, a certain part of land or many lands. And a king is known to have great authority. But an emperor is the epitome of solid structure, complete, just set, just a completely established, strongly founded, rules over an empire. So when you think of the word emperor being the fourth card in the tarot, it's not just a king, like the King of Wands, King of Cups, King of Swords, King of Pentacles. This is an emperor, someone who has more authority than all four of them combined, potentially. Has more land than all of them. He rules over an empire. This is a conqueror, someone that's conquered their challenges in life. Someone that has the potential to conquer and overcome their challenges in life. The Emperor card is associated with the sign Aries in the tarot. So it's associated with the sign of Aries, which is the ram. The ram. And that's why if you ever look at that card, the Emperor, he has the Aries head on the actual throne, the seat that he's sitting on. He has 4 Aries ram heads on his throne, which is, really illustrating the point that he has come to many conquests. He's won many battles, won many wars. Not just a winner of battles, but a winner of wars. And someone who's able to overcome the adversaries that he has. So this master builder energy is something, it's a big thing, and it's capable of great good and it's capable of great bad. Throughout history, we've seen different rulers, different leaders. Let's say you know what? Today is, if I'm correct, George Washington's birthday. And he, born on the 22nd. That master builder energy. I think it's George Washington's birthday. If I'm wrong, let me know, but I don't think I'm wrong. And so here's an example of that energy being expressed to that level of what it's able to create, something that lasts so long. So some of you guys are asking some questions. I'm going to look at the comment section now on my the back behind the scenes page. And let's see. Someone had posted. Brittany Eaton posted the 15th. So you wanted to know about February 15th. The number 15, 1 and 5 adds up to the 6 energy. And 6, whoever it is that has that birthday, 6 is the quality of nurturing and the quality of family, appreciating family. Even if they're not a family person, they still appreciate an environment that feels warm with like it's a family. Maybe they may not be close to their blood relatives, maybe they might be, but whoever they work with, they like that environment to feel warm like a family. And it makes a person duty, responsibility oriented, and they prefer to see themselves as being a loyal person. That's who they really feel like they are. They respect loyalty. I mean, who doesn't respect loyalty, but for them, it really means something particularly. Rose posted the 29th of February. That's coming up in 9 days. So 2 and 9, we got 11 from that. 11 makes the number of the master intuitive. It's a number. It's also the 11th card in the tarot, which is justice. This is a person that is very sensitive with their emotions. They're sensitive with their emotions, but they're also sensitive to energies around them and sensitive to invisible presences. They, you know, a lot of people that are born on the 11th or the 29th either embrace the unseen, the spirits. They either embrace it, or because they don't understand it, they become afraid of it and run away from it until they are able to learn more about it and find out how to work within that dynamic. Let's see. Looking more, we have some other people that are saying that just commenting on the different signs in the zodiac. We got August West asking about the 14th. The number 14, that card in the tarot, I'll just tell you, is the Temperance card. Temperance, that's the picture of balance and moderation. It really emphasizes that. 14 is a number that is it wants to break free from addiction. It wants to balance one person out. It can illustrate some form of disturbance, some type of disruption, but a balancing out. It's kind of like when you throw a rock in the lake and that rock creates the ripple effect within the water. So that's some of the qualities of the 14. It also is a number of that equals 5. 5 is communication, travel. 5 is also movement, motion, progress. Let's see. And so I'm going to actually talk about something that's coming up on this Sunday. Not this Sunday coming up in 2 days, but Sunday, March 3rd, 2 days before my birthday, which is March 5th. So March 3rd, we have the Chinese New Year, 41st annual Chinese New Year celebration, parade, and festival. It's going to be celebrating the year of the pig. Maybe it's backward for you guys looking on my Facebook. But right here, we got the 41st annual Chinese New Year celebration, parade, and festival, Year of the Pig, Sunday, March 3rd, 2019. And it's going to be at Weber Events Center at 10 a.m. And then the festival is going to be at the Stockton Civic Auditorium. The address is 525 Center Street, North Center Street, from 11 to 5 p.m. So this is what's coming up. Free admission. Bring your family, bring your wife, bring your kids, bring your husband. Bring the family, everyone that you know, and enjoy yourself. There's going to be lots of food there, and you might learn something about yourself. It's going to be celebrating the year of the pig in Vedic astrology. No, not Vedic astrology, excuse me. In Chinese astrology. So this is going to be that celebration for this guy right here. We're going to be celebrating this guy. And you guys are all welcome to be there. Hopefully you arrive. I just want to throw that out there so you guys can be there. I got a book yesterday. This is a Vedic astrology book. It's called Jaimini Sutram. And what this is actually a book about a system of Vedic astrology known as Jaimini astrology. It's something that I'm learning about in the studies, learning different things that are in here that it teaches, which are very interesting and complements astrology, complements numerology, complements the tarot even. You'd be surprised how well they wove in together. We have a person, we have Gina Martini, born on the 24th of August. And let's say 2 and 4, that gives us the 6, love, harmony, and balance. The 24th card in the tarot is the Queen of Wands. So we have that Queen of Wands energy. But 24 is also a really good manager's number. Queen of Wands, when we talk about that, we're talking about the Queen, which is the element of water. Then we're talking about the Wands, which is the element of fire. So it's the concept of blending fire and water together. But it also illustrates a mature woman. It represent that, but also a fiery personality as well. Someone who really appreciates the nurturing, someone who likes the qualities of cooperation, who likes to work with other people, but also in a four structure. And that's one of the things that makes them good managers. Is the 24 is the type of manager that's not so demanding and like, hey, let's do this now. It's not that fierce, really just my way or the highway type manager. It's the one that says, come on, guys, let's do this. We could do this. The nurturing, encouraging type. Let's see. So keep it coming, guys, with the comments, the questions, the birthdays, if you guys want to know. 3-3 on the 44th annual. Lots of double digits. Yep. Definitely lots of double digits. Yvonne Dillette is, she commented the 20th of March. So, again, we have the number 2 showing up, right? So, the 2 with the 3, then that's right there. We have 5 plus the 1, that's 6. So, this person here is a life path 6, it looks like. Just double check. 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 5 is 11. Life path 2, excuse me, because when you add that 5 there. So life path 2. So this is a person born on the 20th on a 2 day and also having a 2 life path. So we have it double influence. So this is an interesting combination here where this person might be considered shy initially on the outset. Might be considered a shy, more reserved person that likes to go within, very cautious about moving forward when they do things, cautious about taking certain actions. Let's see. Yep, very cautious, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but also just it's important to remember to trust the intuition too at times. Not just at times, but all the time, whenever we're able to discern what it's saying. Because a lot of people will tell us, oh, man, you got to go within, because you're asking a bunch of people, oh, you got to go within. And that's good, excellent advice. It's never wrong, and I tell you that is correct. Yet, the distinction must be made and examples be given about what it is like. What are different ways of going within? How does one go within? What does it look like? What does it feel like? Show me. Because this is what I wanted to know. Everybody was telling me, go within. Find your answers. Everything you have is within you. And that's so true. But, what does it look like? And just a little bit about my personal experience related to that is, see, with me, I'm the way that I think is like a methodical. It's like a step by step, taste it and feel it, experience it, or I don't quite get it, or or conceptualize it. I'll hear it, but it doesn't click until I do it or feel it or experience it. And so when people would say, oh, man, dude, I feel this energy, I'm like, okay, sure. Because I didn't feel it. I didn't know what they were talking about. But then when I actually felt it, I would think that it was just some normal, when I'm talking about it, I'm saying energy, when I'm feeling energy or frequencies of some kind. First time I started feeling energies or frequencies, back in like 2015. I didn't make a connection that it was because of any stone or any work that I had done. That I just thought it was some some bodily function that I was feeling. And then I just noticed at that moment, I was like, whoa, I just bought this stone right now. And the stone that I got was actually a cinnabar. I got a cinnabar piece. And that was the very first time that I actually felt a reaction from a rock or a stone in a metaphysical way. But it was something I had to experience, but also make the distinction. Then when I looked back, I was like, oh, well, that wasn't the first time that I ever felt something. I felt things a lot earlier when I was younger, but nobody knew what I was feeling, so no one was able to say, hey, Darius, you see that, you know that feeling you're having right now, the sensation in your body, that is you responding to these energetic frequencies. Nobody said that to create that distinction in my mind from what's normal and what's not. So this whole time that I've been feeling these energies and wavelengths and all this stuff, I didn't know that that was what it was. I just thought it was normal. That's just how things are. And, I thought everybody just feels it just randomly. But it wasn't until the distinctions were made and I was able to say, oh, and make the mental connections. Like, oh, okay. And that's an example of what I would say from my experience going within is being able to say, oh, this feeling or sensation that I'm having is connected with this action that I just took, or this item that I just purchased, or this person that I'm around and interacting with. It's, that processing it and taking a look at what is going on inside our body and actually feeling it and being present with it and sitting with it. That's my personal experience, and that's all I can speak from. But if you guys have some experiences of an example of what going within means and what that's meant for you, please share in the comments. We'd love to hear it. And this today, especially since we're on the other side of the full moon, this would be a really great day for doing just that. Doing that too, that double two, going within, and sitting with our energy, sitting with ourself, getting to taste our own flavor and what it feels like. So Julie Alonzo, she's like, pretty please. So just because you said please. All right. You said the 10th of June. Man, I know so many people born on that day. That's cool. And I keep meeting people born on June 10th. Anyway, June 10th. So the number 10, that relates to the 10th card in the tarot, which is known as the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune indicates lots of changes, unexpected changes in a person's life. Who doesn't experience unexpected changes in their life, right? But with the 10, it's especially marked. You guys may hear me say that expression when I say, who doesn't experience this or that? Because in some way, we as humans, it's just a part of the human experience that we're going to have these experiences, especially because we have these different numbers influencing us at different times. So when Julie's birthday says it's the 10th, right? And then I say, oh, everyone experiences these types of things. Well, because when we look at someone's chart, I'm able to look at your life back when you were like 17 or 28 and be like, oh, look, you were running the letter J at that time. You were in a J cycle. during the age of 25. And at age 25, because J is the 10th letter in the alphabet, you were experiencing the Wheel of Fortune energy, the 10, the random, related changes. You could be in a 5-year period of 10 energy. So, and that's all based on how the numbers play out in our lives. And so by looking, we're able to find these certain patterns, these different things. But Julie, since you're born on the 10th, it also relates to the 10th house of career in Vedic astrology, which 10th house being career, what we do out in the world, our legacy that we leave. It makes these things, puts a certain emphasis on these things in your life, like a certain focus on them so that you want to carry them out and do it. When we're talking about the 1 plus 0, we got confidence, creativity, plus the 0, which expands it. 0 is like the center of the galaxy, the center of a universe. 0 is like the halo that connects the physical world with the material realm. It's that portal. That's what 0 is. Everything comes through the portal of the 0. It comes through that. It's the circle from the non-physical to the physical, and it's manifested. The first number appearing with the 0 is 1, the beginning of all things. 1 is also a number of the Father, the divine masculine, right? So with this 10, we have forward moving cycles. Forward moving cycles. 1 emphasizes a leadership quality, a certain confidence, a certain sureness about them that they're here to manifest and just really create. The 6, born in the 6th month, is really good for the physical appearance of an individual. 6 is a number that's ruled by the planet Venus. Venus is beauty. Venus is material pleasure, material enjoyment. It's the number of earthly satisfaction. And then 10, we know that 1 number is the sun. So we have the sun, and then the month is Venus. Then we'll take a look at the year 1978. 7 plus 8 is 15, plus 10 is 25. That's 7. Which is ruled by the planet, it's actually the south node of the moon, which is known as K2. And this particularly relates to your past lives, the things that you've done in your accumulated past lives. And definitely as far as your year, the year 1978, you'll feel those vibrations, particularly after age 56, because of certain cycles that are had there. So if you were to look at your Vedic astrology and see where the south node of the moon, K2, is located, it might give us some insight into some of the things that could be activated after age 56. Really interesting concepts. And there's a whole there's a calculation of why I said 56. There's a specific reason. If you guys want to know that, and if you want to know how your numbers play into this, you guys can message me on my private Facebook. You guys can send me a message, a private message. Also I have Instagram, Divine Numerology 1515, as well as a Twitter at the same name, Divine Numerology 1515. You can also call me if you guys want to just get in touch with me as soon as possible, and we will be talking. I hope to get in contact with you guys soon. My number is 209-898-4103. That's 209-898-4103. Everybody, thank you for tuning into this show today. And if you have any questions, like I said, message me. Until we meet again, peace.